All right, hello everybody. We're here with Annika today. I always say Annika, my mom's Anna. So Annika here, one of our lovely Growth Academy students. Hopefully you've seen her progress over the months. She's in multiple provinces now. She's based out of Toronto. She has lots of experience in the makeup and doing day of makeup and hair and all that type of industry. And she just really knows how to communicate well. And she has found a really great niche for herself with Instagram. And because of her lovely personality, she brings that out all the time. And what she does is I brought her on because I wanted her to specifically tell you a couple things about engineering your celebrity on Instagram. But I just love the way that she just has a fun time talking with people on Instagram, because so many times you see many of you being too formal in these places. I mean, and maybe not speaking the way that you kind of should. So Annika, I'm gonna let her kind of tell us a few fun things. We'll be here for 5 to 15 minutes. And if you have questions, please add it in there and I'll be watching it here on Facebook. But let us know your questions. And if you're watching it later, hashtag replay, add some questions. We'd love to answer them for you as well. So Annika, what are some things that people could do that kind of comes to your mind? Engineering your celebrity. And I know you're really good at getting people off of Instagram onto actual sales or consultation calls. And a lot of times you book them right off of Instagram yourself. So what would you like to share with us today?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I just want to talk about the power of Instagram and, as Nick said, engineering your social media celebrity. What we're doing with Instagram especially is something that's super special and truly relevant to our current couples today. Our couples are in that age range typically of between 22 and 35 years of age, no matter what city or country we're in, as so many of us are scattered all over the globe listening in right now. So with that being said, Instagram is a key way of targeting these prospective couples and attracting them to the business. The reason for that is because your Instagram feed, all of those posts that you've got going down in rows of threes, they act almost kind of like a highlight reel of what you're capable of. That's what we want them to do. We want someone to land on our Instagram page either by using correct hashtags or having your bio written in a certain way that gets traffic from people in your area, or something as simple as making sure to tag a location in every post that you have on Instagram. On top of that, having an aesthetic that works with the kind of mood and theme that you have for your business. All of those things can attract the client to talk to you. Well, when they send you a DM, what's next? That part seems to be really difficult for some people to really cultivate that kind of conversation in the DMs, in the Instagram private messages. So I find that it's really important with engineering your social media celebrity that, you know, from your posts you're giving knowledge. The client who's looking at you can learn some things about what it takes to book with you, or what they can expect to receive from your service, what kind of services that you're offering, where you offer these services. The who, what, where, when, and whys and hows of your business can be answered in a really beautiful aesthetic way through your post on Instagram. So by the time they come to your DMs, they're probably pretty already enamored with you. That is the hope, at least. If they're still kind of fresh and they're at that fifth point, so they know that you've got the services that they want. You know, they want to know if you're available on that day, but you give the results that they're looking for as well. And they've looked at your website, maybe they've seen your budget, maybe not, and you're answering kind of all of the needs that they have. The last thing that they need, especially with this generation of brides and grooms, the last thing that they need to know is if they like you. They could like your business, but these brides are not the kind who are like, oh, I looked in this copy of Vanity Wedding Magazine, and such wedding planner is the best, and I just have to have such and such wedding planner because they're the best. And it doesn't matter that she took 7 days to reply to me and her response was rude and she ended it with a period. I'm going to book her anyway. These brides these days, they don't go for that. They know that there's 10 other people waiting to be super happy and excited, and to act like just the chance to talk to them is a highlight of their day that they could talk to, that can give them the service and everything that they want. You don't want that to happen to you. That's why Nick is bringing this up. It's really important for us to do our best to find a way to cultivate these conversations where we are being enthusiastic and friendly, but giving that in a relaxed way, so that we're not selling to brides our services. We are very subtly selling them ourselves, because once they like us, they already like the business. Once they like us, it's a slam dunk after that. So that's how I'm finding so much of the success through Instagram DMs, because when I'm getting DMs from prospective clients, I'm going in there like it's a new friend. It's this girl or this guy that I just met, and we really kind of hit it off, and we've had some fun conversations. And oh, I've got a message from them. Hey, what's going on? Great question. I'd love to be able to help you, that kind of thing. We want to take that kind of too tight and formal and sterile approach to maybe the way that we might respond on our website, or like through our responses that we've typed up for a chat bot. It's not going to be like that. We really want to put the human aspect into it. And we really want people to be like, this girl's awesome. Or, this guy, he was great. I asked him all these questions. He responded to me super fast. He was cool about it. He made this great joke about blah, blah, blah. I totally got that. He's cool. I liked his business and these 2 other businesses. But when I reached out to him, I really felt a connection. I think this is the right one. I would want this person to be a part of / at my wedding. And especially for my business, where I'm 2 inches from a bride sometimes, I want the bride to feel like she'd want me to be there during such an intimate time of her wedding, which is the getting ready. She's sitting there, she's trying to seem cool in front of her friends and her mom and whatever. But inside she's like, oh my God, what if I fall? What if I trip what if I do this? This person keeps on texting me, asking me what end of the road did the flowers go on? I can't deal with this right now. And she's got all this in here. Her time with me is my time to zen her. I'm like, someone take this girl's phone now. You guys are going to deal with the question. She belongs to me. I'm going to face her away from people staring at her in the face. And I'm just trying to keep her relaxed. But it's easy for me to do that because she already got to know me and she already likes me like I'm one of her friends that are in that room. And it's easy to start that up, even from the point of contact, a random first message in direct messaging. So one of the ways that I'm able to do that is to approach every single client, like, especially because it is a wedding. It's not normal that it's like, it's Wednesday and people are like, hey, are you available this Saturday for my wedding? It happens, but it's extremely atypical. Usually the weddings are far away for us guys. They're at least a couple of months or 1 month or whatever. For us, we've got weddings booked into 2022. That is a long time that you've got to cultivate a relationship with a person, especially if your hope at the end of this, which should be all of our goals, is to get a 5-star review on all of the different avenues that we have, so that the next generation of brides can see what we've done. And we have so many opportunities beyond the service that we're actually giving to serve them. And a super easy way to do that is by being like cool to talk to and just being like a friend. So in the DMs, I go into it with this mindset, like sometimes I get super great messages. Hi, I'm getting married on this date. Are you available? Like that gives me an information right away, because then I can check my calendar and see if I am in fact available, or maybe team members are available, or whatever it might be. Then I already have a piece of information. Sometimes you get messages where it's like, hey, I just wanted to know, like, what's your cost for hair and makeup? That's super vague. So it's easy for me to go in and be like, hey, thanks so much for messaging us. And I could be like, hair and makeup actually has a couple of different costs depending on what it's for. So do you have like a specific event coming up? Is it a wedding? Are you an attendant? This kind of thing. Steering the conversation towards her possibly answering more than one of my questions at
Good
once in
job.
her
You're
response.
asking questions, kind of digging more out of them, right? Not just,
Yes.
you want to ask those qualifying questions as well. So powerful.
And it even helps too, so that it's not like, again, like I mentioned, like a chat bot where it's like, hi, thanks for visiting our site. What's your wedding date? Like, you don't want it to be sterile. But even like Nick is the king of Tideo. Like he throws emojis and stuff in there. It's absolutely and totally appropriate on Instagram to be messaging these people like you're talking to a person that you know.
Well, they're
You
two
can do
different
that.
things, two different functions. They're really talking with you, so you need to give them the real jazz. The idea of
Yeah.
chat marketing is we can't make a perfect AI chatbot yet, almost, but like it's just to be there to kind of start that conversation so you can take over. But like you said, don't be too formal once you're actually in the conversation with them. Let your personality come out, have some fun with it, right? That's how you get that
Yeah,
signal there.
absolutely.
They don't want to hear, yep, I'm a DJ, I do this, I'm in this area, this is how much I cost, do you want to buy it? Like, oh, I'll think about it, or I'll get back with you. Or a photographer, the same thing. They want to see pictures from your photography. They want to talk with you. And,
Oh yeah.
like you said, the personality comes out. That's what you would do on a sales call, wouldn't you? So.
100%. Like when I'm on a sales call,
Mm-hmm.
I want people to hear in my voice that I'm smiling.
Yep.
And like that is a learnable.
Yes. Stand up.
That is definitely a learnable skill for any person. I get it. I am that like super outgoing. I'm not a super type A type of person, and I'm already that way. But it's definitely something that can be learned. I was talking with Nick earlier about how, even something as easy like they have them for $5, like on Fiverr, like teaching acting. Like somebody can just help you, even if you know yourself, like I'm not trying to these people. He's not my friend, and how do I fake a friend? And I'm not a fake person. It's not about that.
Right.
It's for your business. And at the end, if you could pretend to be someone who is like that, then I guarantee you, once you get into the vibe of that, people are going to be responding to you differently. Like I understand there's brides who are like that. They're just very, and maybe you respond to those people. I am not that. I have to switch up my way. Feels a little bit uncomfortable for me, but I do the switch. You want to, as Nick has told us before, you want to mirror and then enhance every single sentence that comes out of both of you in the conversation. You want to make sure that you're answering questions preemptively because you know what brides and grooms have asked you before during this conversation, so that you could be like mind reader was like, oh, this person knows what I want. You want to be able to, if they're being kind of cut and dry with you, you want to try to open them up to give more so that you can give more. You never want to be afraid that someone's kind of being rejecting of you or not really opening up, and that makes you shut down. You are controlling this conversation. You're the expert and you're the boss of this. So we got to try to get them to give us a little something so that we can then show them our value. So you can't let this kind of it's weird to be in a DM with a total stranger asking questions. You have to try to bring that out. You're going to make the conversation to make them feel like they're talking to somebody that they know and like. And then that takes time, because guess what? After that day comes and then they do book, you've got like 7-9 months until the wedding. You have 7 to 9 months of being this awesome friend that they have this whole time. But by the time the wedding comes, and like, what do? I'm not a plastic surgeon. I do hair and makeup. I'm not doing something light years different from the other people who are in my city, but I am different than other people that are in my city.
And I hope everybody.
So I'm using that.
She's following up for a long time. If she doesn't close them right away, or even if she does, she's keeping that relationship going. Or many people will send out like one email or one message back, and they don't hear from them. They're like, okay, they must not like me at all, and they're gone forever. So good job with that,
Yeah, like if I could figure out, like I tried this 1 hour ago, if I could figure out how to share my screen. I just got an email back from a bride who I had emailed. I emailed her like a quote.
Mm-hmm.
It's those where it's like you're talking kind of and then you send the proposal, and then it's like radio silence, right?
Posting it, yeah.
Well, guess what? I kept going. You keep following up with all kinds of stuff. The regular, like, any questions, hey, just following up on the information that I sent you, law. And then other emails that I've come up with that have been kind of like touch bases on what I'm doing and what animation's doing.
Yep.
This is really helpful.
And
So
teaching these students about the sales part of it. I know all of you got that feeling like, oh, they didn't respond to me right away. They must not have been like ready to marry me and get really into it. So it's like you get this like creepy stuff in your head, like, oh, I don't want to bug them anymore. They didn't go back to it. They probably saw it and were like, how dare they give me this price? But that's just silly. You know, they probably were just busy, or you got lost in their inbox, or who knows, or they've been meaning to get with you, or who knows, 10 other things. But like most of us put off things so long in our life. I know I do. I'm sure you do too. So it's like, don't take that ghosting as right away. You need to keep following up, like Annika's saying. Keep going, Annika. Great job.
Absolutely. Thank you. You know, in these kind of situations, of course, not in a creepy or annoying way. You
Sure.
kind of take you got to take a little bit of a leaf of a book from like Howard Wolowitz or like Johnny Bravo. Those guys don't give up. They chase every tail until even the tail could beat them up. But the point is like, until you get that definitive, we're already married, or we've booked with someone else, or like the straight up no, goodbye, then they haven't told you no. That means you don't stop, period. You keep going. You just have to, you know, there's different ways for you to see how often and when it's appropriate for you to be doing the following up. So example for me, like I just said, I do any questions, like blah, blah, blah. And then there's other emails that go out every 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, that show them what I'm up to. It's like, hey, you know, we had a great September. Here's some images from weddings that we've got the approval on from photographers and from the bride to share with you guys. Here's our most latest review. So they see updated of our work to know what we're still doing, the style that they like and everything. They can see that we've had such and such reviews of couples being like, this is amazing, 5 stars. And we're reminding them every couple of weeks, hey, we're here. You talked to us once. We're still great. We're even better than the last time that you talked to us. We're still giving 5-star service to all these other people. This could be you. And we're happy to do so. So if you have questions, let us know. That's basically what these follow-ups are doing. You're staying like a fly on the wall for that second for them. Oh yeah. You know, or maybe they're truly not ready. Maybe something happened in their life. You got to stay there. You can't stop. They didn't ask you to stop. So then you don't. And with Instagram, it's really a cool way to be in a relaxed position to do this type of follow-up as well. It's so easy to kind of feel like, am I bothering this person? But this person sought you out and became a lead for you. And it is your duty to serve them to the best of your ability, which is giving them every opportunity to have the great service from you on their wedding day. And giving them the opportunity to book as many times or to learn more about you if they need to. So with Instagram, it's really, truly important to do that 5th element, which is the getting to know you and getting to like you. And if it's beyond your posts and your stories, which are super important, it gets into the DMs. You know, take a moment and think, like, if this was like a friend, you know, how would I treat this person? Wouldn't I be, if this is a friend I haven't heard from in a long time, and I really dig that person, that person's cool, I'd want to make sure to talk to them in a way that lets them remember, you know, she was really excited to talk to me. And they gave me a lot of cool information, and she's easy to talk to. So, you know, sometimes we've got these brides, we've got, you know, that age range that we've got right now from 22 to 35. These are brides and grooms who will ask you a question at 3 a.m. if they want, if it's on Instagram. It's not often that they'll send you an email at that time, but if they know that they can DM you directly to your phone, and you know, you might not answer at that time. I do, because I'm the same. I'm that age too. But they feel comfortable enough to do that. They're doing that because guess what? It's a pandemic and they're awake. They're watching Netflix and they've just ordered Starbucks and they're drinking the old Starbucks from the last day they warmed it up because they can't sleep. and they're asking you questions because they're thinking about you because you were cool the last time that they messaged you.
Yep, yep. Well, Annika, that's amazing. Good. This is like great stuff, you know. So hopefully everybody got a little bit from this. Annika is one, like I said, she's just one of our best closers. She goes through and she closes weddings all the time by basically showing up, taking action, not being afraid that people don't want to talk with her. She's real when she's out there with people, and she's just doing a great job doing it. And she's rising and rising and rising all the time. So I really appreciate it. If anybody else wants more information, she and my lovely wife, Kate, did a whole Instagram thing on our workshop like a month or so ago at Bookmore Brides Acceleration Membership. So I put the link below, or you can always look at our website and you can get a whole hour-long workshop on about some of these major keys that you need to do to kind of make this happen for you. But if you have any more questions, please leave them below. And Annika, thank you again. Hopefully you'll come on with us again sometime soon. So
Absolutely, I'd love to. Good luck, guys. We're here to help.
thank you so much.